Yo, this is Soul 86 bringing you another video. Today I wanted to talk about, kind of like what I usually talk about when it comes to 2K. But I've been seeing a lot of people, a lot of different people finally start to put up videos, and they've talked about it in the past, but they starting to put up videos about the commentator teams in 2K, which I've done before too. I actually have a video where it was the main topic. It was all I talked about was, why aren't there separate commentator teams in 2K? Because again, even when the developers talk about 2K, they talk about how they want to emulate what we see on TV. They try to, represent what the product. That's why they weren't adding in special match types. They wanted it to be what we see on TV, and that's why they weren't doing that other stuff before, which is a lame excuse, but it is what it is. But if you're going to tout and be prideful and say, oh, we want to make sure that we make this game feel like you're watching a product on TV. The question I have for you guys, because I'm curious to see what, my subscribers think. What are their ideas? Why do you think it is that 2K doesn't, I don't know, go the extra mile, right? I don't even know if mile is the right word because it's a lot of the times it doesn't even seem like they go a mile, but why don't they go the extra mile in doing the little things, right? Matt Assemble just came out with an awesome video talking about like the little things matter and all of the stuff that we bring up about, to 2K and like nothing ever gets done. And I think like that is the most frustrating part when it comes to playing this game year in and year out is that like the team at 2K, they just do not listen to the fans. We want a better universe mode. So where is that? We want something different other than My Rise. Where is that? We don't like my faction, yet my faction is constantly pushed. But just with the little stuff, why is it so difficult for them to get all of the different commentator teams and record their lines, take Byron Saxton out because he does not do commentary anymore. He's been out of the commentary team for a long time now. Yet every game we get Michael, Michael Cole, Byron, and Corey Graves. That's not the commentator team. So by 2K's logic, they're failing on giving us the product that we see from a week to week basis. However, when it comes to ring announcers, those are specific to the brand. You have the SmackDown ring announcer, the Raw ring announcer, the NXT ring announcer. So is it really that difficult? And this is why people like me always use the term lazy, because I don't know what else to say. Like, are there some devs that are saying, hey man, can we do this commentator thing? Like we need to have like, something different. All these other sports titles are doing it. Madden is doing it now. NBA 2K's been doing it. Why can't we do it? Are the head honchos in charge really telling them not to add in the other commentator teams? Why aren't they doing enough to make this game feel authentic? Like make it feel immersive, truly giving us the product that we see on TV. Why aren't they doing that? And I think that is something that maybe I have even neglected to ask in previous videos. And so I'm asking you guys, what do you think the reason is on why certain things aren't done? And they're not done for years and years. Things never get touched. The commentator team has been the same forever in WWE 2K. Why isn't that different? Why don't they update the arenas like NBA 2K updates basketball courts and jerseys? You know how many times NBA 2K has released a game? They've had something be out of date and they will update it before the NBA season even starts when they get like the actual Oh, I forgot what was it? Because the last 2K I played was 23, but I think it was like maybe 2K22 or 2K21. One of those years, the Cavaliers got a new court. And so when you played the game initially when it came out, you had to play with the old Cavaliers court from like the previous year. But everybody who like watches basketball was seeing that Cavaliers had a new court. What did 2K do? They updated that court. They update jerseys throughout the year. Why doesn't WWE 2K do these things? It's just puzzling to me. Uh, I don't know. It really is fascinating because I think there are other franchises that don't listen to fans. I'm not trying to say 2K is the only one, but there are still, on the other hand, a lot of franchises in the gaming industry that do listen to fans. They try to make right what they've done wrong. But I never see that with WWE 2K. I never see it. It doesn't there's never any attempts to make things right with the fans. There's almost never any attempts. Uh I really am curious at this point because every time we've seen people like Brian Williams do interviews with guys on YouTube, they kind of skate around questions, or sometimes they do tell us. I remember numerous occasions they would say, well, when we try to do this and add this, it breaks the game. It breaks this, it breaks that. But every year the game is broken. And then it gets patched, and then that patch breaks something else. We all remember what happened with our creative players when they went bald. It's just little stuff like that. It's like, how bad is the foundation to this game? Because it doesn't just affect universe mode, it affects the entire game. Whatever code they are still working on is no good. This game, when they had time to make a new game before 2K22 came out, I almost feel like they should have taken more time and really revamped this game, because I fear one of the biggest reasons why things don't get done. I'm gonna end this video with my answer. I think one of the biggest reasons why things don't change much in WWE 2K is because I don't think that it's possible to, because the foundation of this game is broken. And what they do every single year is they make the updates that they can on a faulty foundation. And I have made a video about that before, where I've made that statement. I've said WWE 2K is building off of a broken foundation, and it's kind of like when you have something wrong and you try to clean it up, but you kind of use the I know there's an analogy for it, and I'm gonna butcher the analogy, but it literally, it's like breaking something and you're trying to fix it with duct tape, and you're saying, okay, here it's brand new, but we still see the duct tape. It doesn't look brand new. It doesn't look like it looked before this glass plate or glass mug broke. We see the flaws. So every year we see the flaws with this game. We see the what looks like zero effort in listening to the fans. I'm not going to say that there's zero effort in necessarily making the game, but there is a lack of listening to what fans want. A huge lack of listening to what fans want. So it's interesting. I just wanted to know what you guys think. Like, why are little things like even the commentator teams, how do they not have time to do this? Right? Like, I get when a game is annually released, you don't have that much time, but NBA 2K, doesn't have that much time, and they still try to put everything they possibly can in the game. And I hate NBA 2K now, so I'm not praising NBA 2K like the way that I used to, but you got to give credit to where credit is due. And I bring up NBA 2K when I talk about WWE 2K because it comes from the same company, different dev team, but the same company. I just want WWE 2K to feel like wrestling fans, people who really love wrestling, are in charge of putting this game together. That's all I want. That really is at the end of it all. That is all I want because, look, love it, hate it. When you just look at NBA 2K. I'm not talking about my park and the rec. I'm talking about when you're looking at NBA team versus NBA team, 5v5. There is no doubt that the people that make NBA 2K love basketball. They love it. And you can tell that they love NBA basketball. And I've been able to tell that with 2K ever since the first 2K came out. I've been a 2K fan since the first one. I left NBA Live once NBA 2K with Allen Iverson was on the cover. He was on the cover for like the first 3 or 4 years. I left NBA Live a long time ago because you could see the passion. I mean, hell, as bad as NBA Live started to get, you could at least tell the people behind NBA Live loved basketball, loved NBA basketball. It may not have been as good as NBA 2K, but you could still see that there was passion there. Why can't we see that there's passion there when it comes to WWE 2K? You know, somebody said something on I think, gosh, I can't remember whose video I was watching, but it was a subscriber of this person's channel that I was watching. And they said one of the things that they need to do to universe mode is make it feel like a show is on. So it doesn't feel so much like a glorified exhibition mode. And that's kind of like what I'm talking about. You know, just little details of maybe have commentating when you're looking at your night's matchups. Maybe have the commentators talk about the main event when you're in match one of the night. Maybe have commentators in the main event talk about stuff that happened last week. Talk about stuff that happened a segment ago or so. Talk about a pay-per-view coming up. Make it feel like it's a show. Immersion. Anyways, man, this video is going on long enough. We can make so many different topics off of everything that I mentioned in this video, but let me know what you guys feel in the comments section. This your boy Soul Drum 86, and I'm out. Peace.